I once heard this saying that the price of success is embarrassment. And that is actually a very valid and very true statement because, like, people are going to fucking make fun of you whenever you start doing anything new. And, like, also, why wouldn't they? So, this is not really going to be a video about me saying that, oh, fuck them, they're not right. They are absolutely right because it's funny to see people struggle. And when you are going to be starting something, you are by default going to suck because, I mean, you can't possibly be good at a thing you just started doing. And I mean, of course, there are going to be like a few exceptions. There are like fucking generational talents and they don't really need to learn anything. They're perfect from a get go. But chances are that you're not going to be this person. So whenever you are going to start something, you are going to suck at it and people are going to make fun. And of course, that also is going to be somewhat dependent on the environment that you're in. There can be environments that are going to be a little bit more supportive, and then there are going to environments like the one I grew up in, which is not a supportive environment at all. But generally, I mean, it's funny to see people suck, and it's funny to see people struggle. So like, I get it. It's just like you have to get through the part where it sucks. I mean, you're not going to be good when you're going to start doing something. So for example, with me making these videos, like I'm the least qualified person to like speak in front of a camera, especially when it comes to like me speaking in English because it's not my native language, obviously. So like I am going to suck and it is going to take time until I'm going to improve. But also just like getting upset when people start making fun of you, that's not really a good way to approach this. A much better and a much more constructive way to approach this is evaluate it, listen to people making fun of you, see what is it that they make fun of. I mean, maybe it's just them making fun and maybe it's completely not valid. Or maybe some of the things that they're going to say are actually going to be valid. So for an example, like a while back when I started making these sorts of videos, people were making fun of me that they can't fucking hear me talk at all. And that was a valid statement because I had a shitty microphone and the audio quality was not great. And then if you add the fact that I'm not really a native speaker in English on top of that, like it's not a very nice experience. So like the least I can do is if you guys are nice enough to listen to me talk in broken English, like the least I can do is actually make sure that the audio quality is decent. So like it was a valid complaint. So like not all of it is always going to be just people being mean. Sometimes it's also going to be people pointing out like very reasonable and obvious things. So evaluate it. Don't just like not listen to it and don't just ignore it and don't just like say that it's just like haters because sometimes people are going to actually make valid statements. But like I've had this situation with everything I've done during my lifetime. So like 10 years ago when I started weightlifting, people in my neighborhood were making fun of me like, oh, he's like lifting like weights, he thinks he has muscle and shit like that. Well, fuck you. And now 10 years later I actually have a reasonable physique and okay, yeah, I'm not jacked, but like I'm much more like physically developed than all of these people that were making fun of me. Then also like a few years ago when I started boxing, people were making fun of that as well, like, he's like think he's a fighter. Well, now I'm actually kind of okay when it comes to boxing, and I mean I'm not good. I wouldn't be able to like compete, but like I know how to box. I can spar. So like people are going to stop making fun of you once you actually become somewhat reasonable at the thing that you're doing. You just kind of have to push through the beginning period of like you not being all that good, and then when you're already going to start developing and when you're already going to have at least the baseline skills required, then it's going to change. It's going to get easier. So yeah, today is so far a fairly nice day. It's very warm outside. I'm still waiting for the fucking maintenance team to fix the ACs in my unit. It's still kind of warm. Hopefully they're going to fix it by the end of the day because I'm really not looking forward to spending another night in a fucking sauna basically. But yeah, other than that, it is a fairly nice day. I just came home from the office to get something to eat, so I'll eat and then I'll be heading back to the office. So I will be talking to you guys once I'll be done with the office and once I'll be heading to the gym. So see you guys then. They finally fixed the air conditioning in the apartment, which is a very good fucking thing because like I was not having fun at all. Like my fat ass was sweating, and it kind of went to the point where at some point it's like it kind of went to the point where it's like you're sitting in the apartment and you are trying to move as little as humanly possible because if you're going to move too much you're going to sweat. So like you're sitting on the sofa and you're just like trying to like limit every single possible movement as much as humanly possible, which is a very odd way. Oh, wow, why is my eye vibrating? That was odd. My eye just started vibrating. Oh well, yeah, basically, so like I was sitting in the apartment and just kind of like trying to like move as little as humanly possible. They still did piss me off though, so I feel like at this point I'm still probably going to try to escalate it, and I'm still probably going to reach out to corporate and like fuck their brain a little bit, because it's been too many times that I've had issues in this specific apartment with the air conditioning or the heating. So I feel like at this point, like, they haven't really fixed it long term, so it's just a matter of time when it's not going to work again. So I feel like I need to force them to at least make sure that it is going to be working going forward. So I'm probably not done with terrorizing them yet. But yeah, other than that, I feel like when I'm dieting, I become a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more bold, which I guess is a good side effect of you dieting, because like when I'm not hungry and when I'm chill, I'm more complacent and I don't really want to argue because I'm lazy to argue. And then when I get hungry, I get a little bit more grumpy and I am much more open to like arguing with people, and I'm much more open to like pursue certain things, which I think is a good thing, because I'm still quite careful when it comes to arguing with people, because I don't really want to engage in arguments that, one, I can probably lose, and two, it's just like, it's not a very good way to live. Like, you don't want to just be constantly wasting your energy on arguing with people. I don't think it's a good investment of your time, and I don't think it's a good investment of your energy. So like, I'd rather just not. Like, if I can solve things without arguing, I would mostly gravitate towards that. But then when I start dieting, and then when you have these kind of situations where it is actually becoming like it gets to a point where like it's almost like they're making fun of you, and it's almost like they're kind of abusing you and taking advantage of you, then if you combine that with me being hungry and me dieting, I do become quite aggressive, because I generally give less fucks when I'm dieting. So that is actually another good thing when it comes to dieting. So there is this overwhelming shadow of you constantly being hungry and constantly being miserable, but there are quite a few good things when it comes to dieting as well, starting from the obvious one, that you look better, then also the fact that I just become a little bit more aggressive and a little bit more straightforward. And actually another thing that I've noticed is like I'm able to focus more during the day, because I wouldn't really eat carbohydrates during the day. So like the only thing that is basically carbs that I would eat during the day before I finish my gym and before I come home and eat my main meal would be like a slice of bread. And that's like very, very small amounts of carbs. So like I don't really get this fatigue where I would be sitting at the office after like a big meal and you just cannot think and you're just like sitting there and just like staring into the screen. I don't get that anymore. So I don't get these like kind of like, I don't get comfortable. I'm constantly on the edge because I'm constantly hungry and I'm constantly kind of alert. So that is also kind of like a good thing, I would argue. And it does make me a little bit uncomfortable at times, but overall I feel like it's for the best. But yeah, other than that, everything is going so far so good. You guys saw the weigh in the morning, so the weight is also coming down once again, which is good because I kind of needed to start going down. And I feel like I'm probably going to start implementing more and more cardio now as well, because I think I'm even going to go jogging today after making this video. But yeah, I feel like I need to start adding more cardio. I need to start speeding things up because I have like 2.5 months left for me to reach my end goal, my end weight. So like I don't have that much time left, and I still feel like I have a comfortable amount of time left. I still have enough to reach the goal, but I need to start becoming a little bit more mindful with these sorts of things, and I need to start become a little bit more active with the cardio aspect of my training as well. Today was a little bit of an odd day when it comes to the gym performance, because I was just like generally flat. So the workout wasn't bad. I actually had a very nice and very intensive workout, but it's like you don't have any food in your system, so you just feel flat and you feel like weak. So I did have that a little bit more than I normally do today, but other than that, the workout went fine. And I already had my end of the day meal, so now the only thing that I have left that I need to do is I need to jog, I need to stretch out, then I'm gonna be watching TV once again as I always do, and then it will be already time to hit the sack, and yeah, basically that will be it for the day. So yeah, I guess that is it for me talking to you guys today. So I guess I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow.